Way to go, Buck. Another win for the team. All right. All right. Risk involved in trading, and we illustrate trades to educate you and give you more of an understanding of the process. In my opinion, I think once we get past these short-term days, I'd say through Friday, we'll have a pretty good trend for April. That's my opinion. My volume's low. Not that again.
Sounds good on my end, but that's just
How's
me.
my volume sound there, buddy? Volume's good. Sunbelt, log out, log back in. I'll wait for a second while you do that. Thanks, Carlos. Jim? William, President Trump speaks at 4 o'clock. He's always late. I'd say 4:15 if I had to put a pattern to it. In 20 years, he's never started early. That I can remember. TG at DTI Trader. All right, folks. Jonathan, I've been working on the second half of the year, and we'll show you a couple stocks. And it's on your end, Sunbelt. Everybody else says it's good. I don't get it. Anybody, you got any suggestions for old Sunbelt here?
Tom, you sound great. Now, but I'm not sure if you're on a laptop that doesn't have very good volume control, but you might invest in some speakers that you can turn up louder, perhaps on your end.
Yeah, everybody's saying it's good. All right, folks, this roadmap here, I think, is a pretty good one for what we know right now. And I think that we're looking at a pretty good rally in April. We'll know for sure after the first 3 days. We've had 2 days, and we've got a new high to report, 57.39 on a new high. Okay, a 57.39 high. Next slide, please. All right, I asked Jonathan to go in our roadmap and give me some idea where if a rally comes, how high these stocks would go. And he's showing 142 on NVIDIA with a current price of 109.50. And Jonathan, that's out to what date?
That's out the third week of September.
Third week. Write these, do me a favor, write these numbers down. I got 142.19 if this market follows the roadmap of number one, number two. Okay, that's 142.19. That'd be a nice little jump from here if we get that started, don't you? Don't you think? That's on NVIDIA. All right, let's look at another one. Meta, 715. And where you got the current price, Jonathan?
582.
That's another big jump. 582 to 715. Okay. I think the option market is predicting a tremendous move. Carlos, when we go live, we'll look at it. Jonathan, why don't you look? Maybe you could do it on the side. Look at what the predictor says for Tesla. Carlos would like to know. Now, this is based on options and all the stuff that goes into it. That's what they think it's going to be a pretty strong move the second half of the year. Now, what you're looking at, folks, coming into the day, the high was 56.94. The new high is 57.39 on the E-mini. Need to change that and get that right. 57.39. Pretty good stuff there. NASDAQ, 196.44 was the 2-day high. And today's high, Jonathan, let me give it to you. You'll have it. The NASDAQ today, let me find this sucker. There it is. 198.90. 198.90.
Okay.
You want the Dow? I can give you the Dow high today.
Yeah, let's do it this way. Actually, I tell you what. Let me go to the roadmap real quick. Let's go to custom.
You got it.
Actually, we can go.
Explain what you're doing.
We can go to the trade tracker. I'll start with this one labeled futures. That'll be fine. And we're looking at the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, crude oil, gold, silver, bonds, and then QQQ, TQQQ, SQQQ, GLD, Dollar General, Berkshire, and AMD. We'll let that fill in. And the FTD high and FTD low number should be the today and yesterday. Of course, it's not completely filled yet, but this will essentially give us a updated 2-day high and low from the first 2 days of April once it fills in. And to get the current price updated as well. I'm going to right click on this and copy the clipboard. Head over here. Paste this in. Should be able to do that right there.
And I'm going to take a picture of it after you get it big and
there.
Print it off. You got it updated?
It's updated now. Yep. Once you get your picture, I'll take mine and update.
Yeah, I just printed mine. I'm good.
Okay. This is now updated. Right.
Jonathan, I know bonds are 119.07, that 2-day high, because I sold some at 1905.
Okay, so yeah, sometimes we have to wait till after the 3 days is officially done
Yeah.
for it to be good. But you're right, today's high is not updated. Okay, well, I was hoping that would work, but it's still pulling the high from yesterday. unfortunately.
It's pulling the high from yesterday, Tom.
So we'll do this a different way here. Let's bring up the custom page. Let's call it April 2nd. And we're going to add these in real time. What I'm looking for is I'm looking to see if today's high, I'll drag it over here so it's easier to see. Today's high, is it higher than the FTD high, which is yesterday's high on the feature behind it, the trade tractor behind it? So on the S&P, we made a new high. The NASDAQ we did. The Dow we did. Crude oil did not. So make note of that. Crude oil did not. I jotted it down. Gold did. Silver did not. So silver is another. Bonds did. QQQ did. TQQQ did. SQQQ did not. SQQQ. GLD did not. Came close. Did not. Dollar General did.
Yeah.
Berkshire did not. And the last one here, AMD did. So what we can do is I can right click on this. I can copy data to clipboard. And head over here. And we said that these three did. Crude did not. Silver did not, but gold did. SQQQ did not, or bonds were good. SQQQ was not, so. Oops, shoot. GLD did not, and then Berkshire did not. So we got to copy Dollar General, and we got to copy AMD, and I'll just have to update the rest of it, make sure, double check the rest of it later on. I'm not going to take the time to do that right now, Tom, unless you want to. I could verify the 2-day lows if you want to.
No, that's okay. I think that's really good though. And
Okay. The
So we
2 days
had a
are
market.
intact anyways.
we had a market that allowed us during our live trading session to do some good. And then Daily Double people picked up a 10% move today. That wasn't very long to get that 10%, was it, guys, in the Daily Double? We did that off of the Genesis RB combination.
Right. Tom, you want to take another picture of that?
Yeah, we do that real quick. Nothing like it. Got it. Captured. Okay, let me do something else here real quick. Do that. Okay, we're back to where we were. Anyway, what I do, folks, if you ever been with me at the first of the month, I'm capturing these numbers because after the first 3 days of the month, then you start breaking those numbers up or down. We get an early look at the trend, the prevailing trend 4 out of 5 times. So that little trick there gets you on the right side of a lot of good stocks. Dollar General. I think Dollar General is a stock that I'm gonna tangle with probably tomorrow at the earliest. I've been following it now for, I guess, about a month, and had a pretty good sell-off, recovered, got above its earnings break, and Dollar General looks like there's some more meat on the bone there. You know, it reminds me a lot of Taiwan Semiconductor. This time, I'm not gonna let it go. I'm gonna get with it. Probably about 90. Hopefully I'll sell it at about 110. That's my goal. 110. And yeah. John, if you ever look at Tesla, he keeps asking, Polly keeps asking. Its prediction out there.
Yeah, Tesla's the one that wasn't pulling in the option
That-
data for that far out, but I'll satisfy the interest here. I'll call it up real quick.
Most watched ticker on the board right there.
See what pulls in. Yeah, see, it goes out to April 17th. It's predicting 301 by April 17th. That's as far as the data can pull in.
Well, that's a pretty good jump from here because right now it's about 281, right? 280,
Yeah.
279.
Uh-huh.
That's a nice little pop. Everything's coincided with that first chart I showed you, which was the roadmap Trump 1-0 versus 2-0. Everything's right in sync with that. So looks to me like the options are pricing in that move, huge move by September. We'll see how it plays it out, but we'll know. We got a lot of checkpoints along the way. We got the monthly open April, we got April, May, June, and then we got July, which is always a valuable time. We'll be together in June, 1, 2, and 3, first, second, third, at the Sawgrass Extravaganza at TPC. So we got that out there. Anyway, I think it's pretty good. This is about as good a game plan as I've seen. We'll stay with it till it proves not to be true, but so far it's fallen it pretty close. Any questions about that? But I wanted to show, I wanted to take the predictor and look out there to verify, because I was looking at that rally off the 2.0. I said, that's going to be tremendous. You don't even need a monkey to throw darts if you got that kind of market. 10 tickers. We went through it this morning. Nothing but I think, Jonathan, trying to remember, GLD was the closest thing that had moved about 3 points this week. That was it, GLP. The rest of the metals hadn't confirmed. Okay.
Yeah, I've been waiting for Trump today. It's kind of like a Fed week, waiting for Wednesday. But not to compare the two, but just a Wednesday factor.
Yeah, really. So we got that to look forward to. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, let me stop before we get into these questions. How many people enjoyed the live trading today? Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, that was in the heart of the day. And really, I think it's going to work out real good. So Mike, if I do futures tonight, it will be after 8 o'clock. And I will do futures tonight if I got a good beat on it, okay? All right, let me run through a few questions for everybody. How much is it worth to know the daily direction of the QQQ, whether it's going up or down? TQQ, that's if it's going up, or SQQ. The TQQ paid pretty good today, but it was so fast and furious on the TQQ on that run. That was a heck of a run on the TQQ today. I like that TQQ, SQQ trade. No commissions on trading it either. That's the nice thing about it. Now, every day, I have a setup and a signal at 10:15 in the morning. Today's signal was higher, but the problem was it was an asterisk day, and I'll explain that, where the range was so big, it gets unreliable towards the end of the day, and this whole setup is to catch it. We've actually had about 3 asterisk days in a row, which is maybe this tariff thing's is in the internals. Anyway, just thought I'd bring that out. But how many people would like to know 4 out of 5 times that what the direction was that early in the morning? Type yes in the chat room where I can know that you are paying attention to this. Pretty valuable if you can get on the right side early, isn't it? Yep, that's what I thought. Carol really likes it. Thank you, Carol, for saying that. All right, Jonathan. Now, the futures market allows you, when you do get a signal, to risk about $100, and the futures market will give you anywhere from 100% to 300 or 400% on a day you can draw a bead on it. Okay. I like trading that futures market when it sets up that early in the day. Now, the pattern day trade rule, if you use the futures market, you don't have to worry about it. But if you do want to trade the security side, I've got a technique that works pretty good, don't I? Works pretty good for people. We did it at the live trading ceremony on Tuesday. Sure did. That pattern day trade was bad news for people with small accounts. You think you might make some money if I was working with you in that first 30 minutes of the day on the setup days? Well, I'd say you will, because you got the direction, you got the confidence to go with it, you're going to get paid. But the key is knowing long, short, or out. Now, this is what I call an asterisk day. The asterisk day occurs when the odds are reduced, and I don't trade, but an asterisk day is when a couple things happen in that first 30 minutes that create an unreliable signal, and I know how to recognize it. Okay, and one has to do with how far it goes during that time period. If you're looking at the QQQ, that number's about 3 points. This morning it was 5 points. That's what it moves, so it makes it unreliable on those type days. But I call it an asterisk day. An asterisk day. You pull it out of the mix. Don't trade all day. You can find other trades, but you got to be careful on an asterisk day. That's worth is price of as they say, that's a golden price for you to know an asterisk day, and I can recognize it that first 30 minutes. Now, the raw data says over the last 124 days, we had 80% of the time you got a direction. I think your odds would increase knowing that information and knowing how to take advantage of it. We had 20 days, I call it asterisk days. This week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we've had asterisk days. Okay. I think your odds increase by having this. Now, I'm planning on tomorrow morning, I'm planning on going through a master class on this, okay? Tomorrow morning. So put it on your schedule. I'm gonna show you how to take advantage of what I've learned and help you there. This directional play I've created, I'm gonna go through it for the next 90 days, every day, and set it up. If the trade sets up, I will enter about 10:15 in the morning, either in the QQQ, SPY, SQQ, TQQ. I like doing those trades. SQQ, TQQ. But options on the SPY, the QQQ, and E-mini futures will be included at $100 a pop, meaning if it sets up, I'll do a $100 trade to go for that 300 or 400% return during the day with the E-mini futures, if it sets up. I'm calling this trade program the Daily Double. I'm running a beta profile right now for people that want to join me. Why did I pick 90 days? Well, I'm going back to this calendar. Once we get to this calendar time period, has anybody ever said you could hire a monkey on some markets and let him throw darts and make money? Anybody ever heard that statement? They talk about in the Wall Street Journal about a monkey throwing darts. After 90 days, if this market sets up the way it's trying to set up, hey, if it sets up, we won't need a monkey. There's no better way to pick direction of volatile markets than the Daily Double. I put it up against anything out there. If you join for the 90 days, you get a master class tomorrow morning where you'll be looking like I am. You'll know what to expect, but you can sign up at DTI Trader. Now, here's what I decided to do as a bonus. Since I'm trading live, I'll throw an invitation out on most days if I have an asterisk day to give you an deal. That bonus paid people yesterday, if they took what I told them, we were 2 for 2 on those trades, a lot of money. And today, the Daily Double picked up 10% on a trade that we did after that time period. But we're looking for people that want to join the beta program. And you go to dtitrader.com/double or call 904-706-3532. I think the education alone that you'll get out of me in 90 days will make you a better trader. Get started on the right foot every morning. I've only been doing it for 30 plus years, what I'm going to teach you. So just jump in, get on the train. The train starts tomorrow morning when we have a master class. No, you don't, Kevin. You're fine. I got a very basic approach to this. If I get the direction, get the signal with the direction where it's in place, anything you buy on a buy day is going to pay you. Anything you sell on a sell day is going to pay you. That's the beauty of it. Get started early in the morning. That's the first hour. But tomorrow we will have that master class. to make sure everybody understands as we go forward. And I'll be there every morning. Got a little room we call the Daily Double Room. And I post things in there like today, I told people, you know, if the QQQ gets above 472, that's a breakout to the upside. The QQQ right now is 476.12. That's pretty valuable information to have at 10 o'clock this morning, wasn't it? Right there in the room, posted. I'm gonna do the master class tomorrow at 10 o'clock. That's when I'm gonna do it. 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. And I'm gonna get people set up and ready. That's my plan. Any questions about my daily double? I think this is a good way to help everybody to teach them and trade it live with you. And I'm going to do it. Monica, that is so nice you did that and typed that in. She sent me a nice note. Do you like the fact I'm staying that close to you every day to do that? Monica summed it up. I could add a slide with that on it. You ought to have a slide on that. Absolutely. Hey, get on board, folks. Just don't play around. I'm going to do this for 90 days. Be part of it. Learn something about. Once we get it down the signal, I'll show you how to take this over to the stocks too. I'll do that later on in the cycle. You saw some of those prices. I'll show you where to enter on those stocks. Either the stocks or options, your choice. We'll do that in this program. Nothing like getting started early, is it? First hour. I think the combination of what we're doing is pretty good. John, why don't you throw about give everybody, what time is it? Because we're waiting for Trump. I might want to do a trade. Let me look at the time here. Let's see. I got 3:38. Jonathan, let's do a 10-minute. Give people a chance to sign up, and then I'm gonna come back and I might just do a trade. Sort of a thank you in advance for signing up. Is that fair?
I can. Hey, Tom, look what Kevin says here. I just posted it into the chat for you.
Look what Kevin posted in there. You just made my day, Kevin. Hey, Kevin, wait till I integrate some stocks in here too, because you can do this with stocks. Look, if you got the direction early in the day, everybody's playing catch up to catch up with you. Yeah, I would consider that. I sure would. Look, all I'm about is trying to figure out the lowest risk ways to make money. A lot of times, my hands pull back. You know what I'm saying? I've got something I'm going to show you tomorrow. It's, I taught everybody in live trading about the trend indicator. Tomorrow, I'm going to also incorporate using the trend, the tick, and the index to show you a picture. Everybody likes pictures. I got one for you tomorrow. The daily double. I had one cup said, Tom, I didn't know I could make 10% that quick. I said, we'd have made more, but I was, if I had to be conservative with Trump talking at 4. I think it's all gonna be good, but we just gotta get past that moment. You know, one of the things I think new traders have a problem with is integrating the right tools and being able to manage the information flow. You agree with me? Where you don't get task saturated? I think task saturation sometimes gets you. I want 2025 when we meet in December. I want you to remember all the pain and suffering getting through this first half of this year, and I want everybody to be going, man, we sure did have a great year. I want you, by that time, a lot of these sins will be washed away, right, Carol? That's the way it works, isn't it? Kevin, you made my day. I'm glad you mentioned that. That's where I'm going to do the trade I'm doing. After, I waited out, I'd rather be patient and trade when they paying rather than taking. And because of that, I will sometimes pause things to make sure that we got a good line on things. But I've got a SPY trade that we're going to do. Has a Monday expiration. And I'm going to do that before I quit. And it's going to be for the old moonlight. In about 4 minutes, Jonathan, okay? Does everybody know the date of Monday? And 7's associated with what? New York Yankee ball player. The Mick, that's right. My favorite ball player. We all knew that anyway. Yours too, David? Remind all my futures people at 9 o'clock tonight, I will have a trade out there, okay? Oh, wow. Any questions about the daily double? Sun Belt, I just got through going through all the slides. Herman's in now. The gist of the whole program is give you a early directional play. And let me ask the people that here has worked with me, 0 to 10, how do you rate my market timing? Look at these numbers they're gonna type in there. John, copy a few of them and show those Sun Belt. I've specialized this for a long time. There's enough of them. Showing those Sun Belt, capturing and showing. There you go, Sun Belt. That's what you're getting involved with. You're at the right place. I think tomorrow morning, after Trump's announcement today, will be one of the most important first hours all week. Because I will read the market from the time he speaks until tomorrow morning and get the analysis down and share it with you early, first in TNT, and then in my master class. It's not so much a number right now. Oh, absolutely, I'm live. I love live trading, but anyway, it's not so much about numbers, and it's very rare I'll say it's about time of the week. With a big announcement like tonight, you got another one on Friday morning. Once you get past that, we got the 3 days under our belt, we'll be ready to rock and roll. Let's go, Jonathan, go pull up a roadmap, look at a SPY. All right, Jonathan, go find me a 50-cent spread for April 7th, Mickey Mantle Day, and put it in the moonlight. And folks, what we mean by that, if you're in that moonlight program, we'll follow up with that trade. But he'll show you tell him what you're looking for, John, and how you doing it.
Well, it's simply just going to April 7th, and you've been doing one wide spreads paying 50 cents. And it looks like that's the 568, 569. April 7th expiry, buy the 568 call, sell the 569 call. Current price is 48 to 49 cents. I'll say 48 to 50. What's your target?
Let's go for 57 cents.
Okay. I typed it into the chat. I'll get it sent out to the program. That's fine, Don. That's fine. Just target a little bit. You might target a little bit less, or keep track of when we get filled and get out of yours. You probably paid less, so you would have paid less. So target a penny too less if you're paying a penny too less to get in. Yeah, so if you paid 48 or we're paying 49, you can probably still target that 57. But you can 56 is fine too.
All right, so here's a question you already asked. Why did I go out to April 7th? That's the question. The question is, I went out to April 7th because we got a big unemployment report on Friday. And if the market goes down a little bit, they'll keep the price of this up. They'll keep the prices up if the market's got a negative reaction to the news. Now, what if it goes to 57 cents before the close? I'd take it and move on. I'll have more of these tomorrow morning. 10%, 10%. What's 10 times 10? 100, right? These are very simple ways to grow your account, in a short period of time. Now, tomorrow in the masterclass, I'll first give you a QQQ number that you can use. And then I'll tell you, hey, I'm doing an SQQ or TQQ, or I'm doing a call spread, or I'm doing a call, or I'm doing depending on what the market's doing. This trade's 15 minutes after the close. Now, if you're in Moonlight, you'll get updates on this trade. But if you get in there and you're not in Moonlight, then I would exit this trade no later than probably Thursday afternoon, because you got that big report on Friday. If you're not paid by then, you're probably on the wrong side of it. Everybody understand that? And be one of the next 10,000 trades you make. All right, I'll be back tonight at 8. We'll know what Trump said. And sure been fun being with everybody today. I love the name of this program, though, the Daily Double. Really gets everybody focused on what we're trying to do, doesn't it, Jonathan?
That double.
Anybody got any last minute questions for me about the double? Masterclass tomorrow, starting at 10 o'clock. Thank you, Todd. Yeah, 10 Eastern, masterclass. I'll be back tonight at 8. We'll know the outcome. And I just saw news that Amazon is going to bid on TikTok also. Make sure everybody understands what I call an asterisk day. It's when it moves too much in that first 30 minutes. the odds swing the other way. Hey, I want to show him one other thing before we go, Jonathan. Bring up the E-mini real quick on the road map. Look at the high that was made and the sell-off of RB4. I'm showing our RB4. Jonathan and I were talking, and we picked the absolute low down there at the bottom of Genesis. Show what we're talking about there, Jonathan. That's very good.
Yeah, the bottom of Genesis here. I believe it lined up with the high of yesterday too, right?
Yeah, look at it though.
75 level. Yep.
The sale came in at 2 o'clock Eastern. Show it. 2 o'clock Eastern, that blue bar there, and came down. And I told Jonathan, watch it, they'll turn it right here at that low of Genesis, which is over there, that white bar. You got to learn this stuff, folks. That way it's not hard. It's just you got to know time of day and you got to know what to expect and when to expect it. That's okay. We'll do something else. Michael, there's always a way. I'll see everybody for the master class. Be there tonight at 8. Jonathan, thank you for your help. It's truck time.